Hello, everybody. We are live. I'm hiding with Gennal right now. I saw a horde just now, and so I jumped over this crest of this, whatever this is, ravine, and down into a little area that I don't think anyone would ever frequent apart from Gennal. So we are right now around the Witherbark village. So last time we were on a mission to kill plenty of trolls. Those aren't internet trolls, despite the fact they may deserve killing. These are literal trolls in World of Warcraft. And the ones that we need to kill in particular are... Let's take a look. Aha. That is not the one. There we go. So Shadow Hunters. Now Gennal's done it once before. She's killed a lot of Shadow Hunters in her time. But it was 2 weeks ago. But she still has flashbacks. She has nightmares, in fact. As these Shadow Hunters, they were brutal to her. But she's grown as a mage. Her skills are improved since then. So we'll see how she fares in a second. When we did it before, we were doing it for one of these mage guys over at Refuge Point. I can't remember his name, but he was an acolyte or something, maybe a similar rank to Gennal in the Mages Guild. And he asked us to go over here and get some item from the Shadow Hunters. I think it was 3 knives or something, which we did. But we are back again for the people of Stromgarde. And the people of Stromgarde are a bit simpler. They don't need us to get any magical ingredients or reagents. No, in fact, they just want us to slay trolls, so not quite as hard. Alright, here's our first Shadow Hunter then. I guess we could ask our friend here, well, potential friend, to help us out. Oh my god. Silenced us. That is a pro move by this troll. Where did that guy come from? Alright, we're inviting Moev right now. Be our friend. Fantastically accepted. Okay, we take some damage. Let's shield up. Blink away. Rank 1, and now let's focus it down. And also, obviously, say hello to our new friend. Hello, friend. Because also, it's good to make a friend that is a dwarf, because they've got cool accents. But this is a female dwarf. Now, they're pretty rare. So it's nice just to say that we have a female dwarf friend. I think it's just a nice thing. It's like, I was going to make a real-life comment about referring to certain groups as you know, rare groups in your culture, and saying, oh, but I know one of these, I know one of those. It's a bit like that, but with a female dwarf, it's even more rare. You know, I heard tales about these female dwarves and how they're supposed to look somewhat like men and be hard to distinguish between them, but this one does look like a female. Definitely does. In fact, I'm having no trouble distinguishing between a female dwarf and a male dwarf. She's very independent though. I mean, she's run off all on her own. Yes, she does actually have an absolutely massive warthog with her. Let's evocate as well. Get some mana back. Alright, so now sit down, get yourself some mage juice, Gennal, some food as well. Okay, it looks like Moev doesn't want to hang around anymore. Probably because she looks at Gennal and thinks to herself, I look like a male. People can't tell between male and female dwarves, and this high elf here, Gennal, is so beautiful that she just feels bad and can't hang around us. I'm certain that's what's going on. Don't worry, Moev. We'll keep our distance. We'll be way back here. Let's just inch around the let's inch around the sides of the cabin so she doesn't feel too intimidated by our beauty. We don't even need to kill these. We're just massacring trolls for no reason now. Yeah, let's attempt to coax. The word coax is spelt weirdly, and I often read the word because I read a lot, but I don't say it too much out loud, and so I pronounce it how it's spelt. But coax is pronounced coax. I was going to say let's coax this dwarf round this way to help us to kill the ones we need, but clearly Merv cannot take our beauty, and so has just simply left. That's okay. I think we'll just say bye to Merv. See ya, and we'll do our own thing, just as she clearly wants to do her own thing. Alright, so there's a witch doctor there. No shadow hunters. I guess we've got to go down a floor to get to them. Something else I'm certain many of you will notice as we play today is the smoothness of Gennal's jumps, her twirls, how the camera's moving. Look at this. I mean, she's dancing around. And the reason for that is because I'm going to take you out of your immersion for a second. IRL got a fancy new mouse pad. So this mat is a new addition to the gaming setup. It's working like a charm, actually. Because what I was finding is that occasionally my mouse would randomly jerk away. And it was very, you know, I can't imagine what it's like for you. But for me, it was a bit like being in a very turbulent plane and never knowing when the turbulence was about to strike. It would just all of a sudden, like that. But now, it seems totally smooth. So I'm hoping we have just reached the next level of Gennal's, I don't know, expertise gameplay. I see some hearts in the chat. Great to see. Oh, big crit, Gennal. Well done. That is even bigger. Oh my gosh, 400. I swear that's the biggest number she's ever generated. Wow, look at those arm movements. Quite severe, to be honest. Her whole body leans into it. Maybe it's a bit like, you know, wand use is a bit like what's it called? Boxing. You know, you got to lean into the punch, turn your whole body into it, that sort of thing. But every time she does it, I sort of think to myself, flipendo, flipendo. Just it looks like that is what she's casting. Gosh, keeps silencing me. Expelliarmus. Okay. It's definitely not an Asio. I don't think this is... She's not casting Asio. There's nothing coming towards her. It's clearly not a forbidden curse either. I mean, it's not doing enough damage for that. Maybe it's like a... Stupefy. 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 Yeah, it could actually be that instead. But yeah, N, it's not an Asio. I think perhaps N, you may need to go off and if it sounds like you've not ever read the Harry Potter books, so possibly you'll need to do that. Oh, I see. So you've now retracted the message. Ah, okay. Okay, interesting. It's not an Avada Kedavra either, because it's not killing in one hit, is it? Have you read the Harry Potter books, N? Okay, one more. This is much easier than it was previously for Gennal, when she came in here 2 weeks ago, and really struggled in this area. She's grown so much. I'm so proud of her. Well, with you saying these quotes from the Harry Potter franchise, all I can tell is that you've seen the films, but have you read the books? I'd be interested to know. Oh my gosh, this guy, let's help him out. We'll take this one, he can have that one. Ah, you have read the books. Oh, good. Maybe we could make some sort of... Oh, let's buff them up as well. Ah, fantastic. Oh, Moon wants to group up. Let's do that. Your reading age is 11 plus. Ah. I don't know what to make of that. I'm, you know, that's very, very good if you're a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. But if you're 20 or 30 or 32, that's not quite as good. So I think a bit of context is needed. Meant to have school tomorrow. Okay, so you must be quite young then. Okay. Well, have a good day at school tomorrow. I'm gonna sheep the other one. I think our friend knows that. Actually, instead, let's just go. This druid does a lot of damage. Well, 37. This is something I've heard from viewers, is that they've massively improved druids. Well, not massively improved, they just made them more viable in Classic as compared to the how they used to be. It's the class I always mained back in the day, and so I would be interested at some point in playing a druid again. Ah, thank you for the hearts. You know, I wish that the hearts came with, you know, some sort of name attached, just so I could see who this admirer is. Alas, it will have to remain a secret. Oh, of course it's UN. Thank you. We need to sit down and have a drink. This druid is very eager to continue pulling. Okay, let's have a sit down and get some nutrition down our throats. I'm not getting very much though. I think we need to invest in a new spell, a new mage juice spell. Alright, that was uncalled for, M. Goodness me. What is this body here? Dacia. Oh my gosh. Well, they look like a horde, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, looks like a horde. Let's see if they're done. How many more? Let's be nice to these. 4 more. Okay, fantastic. We can help you with that. healing. We need to interrupt that. Okay, let's head back up this way then. As I presume he needs the Shadow Hunters. Yeah, I have to say, this mouse mat has made so much difference. And it's crazy because I've never... The last time I used a mouse mat was on my dad's computer when I was 7. Probably a bit older than that, maybe 12. But I've never really thought much about them. And the only reason I have recently is because of these spasms I've been describing. Actually, I feel like I am moving my mouse through animal fat, something very smooth, through heated butter. Feels lovely. God, look at this. There's like no spasming at all. God, I can actually really show off Gennal's sort of agility and her gymnastic ability with this mouse pad. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, look at that. We have no mana again. We should rectify that. Unboxing of mouse mat. Yeah, maybe. It's funny because it was the cheapest mouse mat on Amazon, and it didn't even arrive in an envelope. It was literally a piece of transparent plastic with like a sticky label on with my address. So it was yeah, it was cheap all over, but it does the job very well. The thing is, I can't imagine there being much difference between high and low price mouse mats. Could be wrong there, because I also, until today, didn't realize I even needed one. So maybe there is a difference. And I don't think so. I don't think people are ready for that. So he is done. Moon is done. Let's get out of here. Hello, Explode. Good to see you again. And just in time, Explode. We done. We done. Okay, let's get out of here. Thank you. Gennal appreciates the congrats. Yeah, and I don't think we're going to have a room tour video for a while, if ever. The room tour is, or the room itself is quite plain, quite bare, and I don't think that my partner will be so happy either with me showing the intimate details of the room that I stream from. Alright, let's go for 2 at a time now. We need to get out of here. Make our way to Stromgard. Well, it's it's a type of partner. It's a partner in crime. Okay, let's think about where to next. Let's rebuff them as well and say bye. Okay, so Lots complete here. Also lots of elite. Oops. I'd like to go back to Stromgarde, but I'm thinking that it's... Let's turn some of these things down a little bit. There we go. I'm thinking that before we do, we should kill some of these spiders and raptors as well. Okay, so it's Plains Creeper. I wonder if we can get that done by killing these giant ones as well. So we have a Highland Thrasher here. And we need to kill 7 more of those, and then 8 more of the Plains Creepers. Let's see if we can get whatever the word is. Credit, that's a good word. For killing these giant ones. God, these big crits are coming out of nowhere today. It's very impressive. Alright, AoE time. That's what we've built Gennal to be. AoE experts. Keep waiting as well for these spiders to throw out a net, as I'm getting flashbacks from Swamp of Sorrows. But these spiders seem a little bit less toxic, let's say. But no, we didn't get credit for that one, so we're going to have to head, I think, further over to here, as this spider quest and the raptor quest is from this farm. So I feel like maybe what we should do is call out into chat now to get a group for Stromgarde. In fact, let's do that. But before I do, let me try and remember which button auto... Ah, there we go. So I've got this fancy mouse, which I've talked about a few times, and I only last stream, I think, or 2 streams ago, set up all the buttons on the side to do magical things. So I have the 4th mouse button on this this mega mouse that controls my auto run. I have one that does counterspell, another one that does... there are 3 that do the different shields that I have, and I've got a few others, one for water, one for... I've got something for everything, but I kind of have forgotten which button does what. So you have to bear with me while I constantly flail about attempting to press the right button. Like, I've made quite a few of these swiftness potions, which are, you know, utility potions. You don't want to use them all the time. You don't want to use them by accident. And yet I use them by accident because I've set them as some sort of button on my mouse as well. And I cannot for the life of me remember which button it is. So we're going to have fun remembering that too. As I said, let's try and find a group for Stromgarde. So looking for group for Stromgarde elite quests, and then also always add a smiley face, because that appeals to the common person. It shows us that we're friendly. It shows them that we're friendly, that we're here to have a good time, and we're just a good person to have along. So always put the smiley there. And apart from these Stromgarde ones then, is there anything else we need to be aware of? It does look like we need to, in fact, actually... Okay, we're going to head here anyway before we kill some of these raptors and spiders, because many of our quests do need to be handed in over here. How many button combinations does the mouse have? The mouse has many. It has 12 buttons on the side. Then it has 2 on the top. You can press the mouse wheel. You can lean the mouse wheel left and right. They're buttons as well. And then it has 4 buttons along the... So 2 main buttons that most mice have. And then 2 other buttons to the right hand side. So it has a lot. Okay. Right, let's hand in some of these quests. So Tarrell wanted us to help out his favourite friend horse. So Apirius. I don't know how much longer she can last. You found it. Her recovery will be slow, but I believe she'll be back on the road hunting trolls with our cavalrymen in no time. This is all I have in pockets. Even if not much, you made this old handler happy today. Thank you. No problem, Tarrell. Where is this prize horse? Ah. There she is. Looks quite evil, to be honest. That eye. God, it is giving me the evils. Gennal, just back away slowly. I think, Gennal, it's because you're looking the horse in the eye. And from what I know, you're not supposed to stare down a horse. And when I say from what I know nothing at all. So that could be totally wrong. Goody, hello. How are you? Good to see you tonight. And I'm just looking at this guy, and once again, this is the second time we've come up to Sergeant Caster in Gennal's life. And I'm still looking at him and thinking, I love the tabard, and that hat combination is just magnificent. But he could put away his sword. That's quite intimidating. Anyway, let's have a chat. We slew many boulder-fist ogres for you, Sergeant Caster. The work has been done. The ogres are a mighty foe. You've done excellent work, though I always fear it is never enough. Here, as I promised. Strom Defender's Vest. It looks great, Sergeant Caster. It's a bit too heavy for Gennal. Do you have any cloth items? No. That's a shame. And we also went up to the Farwell farmstead and we recovered the ring that you asked for. Old Farwell has done a lot for us here. This ring should be just what we need. Thanks for delivering it. Be careful. Okay. I want to know more about why you needed it though. So Old Farwell was the what are they called? That mages guild, I think he was like a Dalaran mage or one of those types, and he's retired now, and he's retired to this lovely little farmstead on top of this. You have to go up this steep path to this farmstead with some apple groves, and we got this ring for him, but I don't know quite why. And it sounds like we don't have a follow-up to this quest either. Oh, and Troll Hunter Penthar. We have done it. We've gone and killed all the trolls you asked for in 2 different ruins. The Witherbark village, first of all. You make Stromgard proud. The less trolls, the better for our ultimate survival. And with that, revered with Stormwind. Something that would be actually cool is in the sort of WoW lore in the books, each of the human kingdoms were quite separate. And they were kingdoms in and of themselves. And I think they sort of like worked together, but they were standalone. So it would be interesting to have reputation with Stromgard, for example. So I know that they're doing that with, what's that other dwarven clans? They've got Ironforged dwarves, of course, and then there's a new one, which is the Wildhammer clan as well. So another dwarven clan. So perhaps introducing something like that for the other human kingdoms could be interesting. Hello. Okay, you've done well. Much better than I would have expected. Take this as thanks. I want to look at this axe too. Okay, looks like pretty standard classic attire. Safe travel. Right, let us go. nothing else to hand in right now. So we shall head outside because we didn't get any, we didn't manage to bait any fish with our quest for a group for Stromgarde quests. So instead what we'll do is we will head outside and kill some spiders, and we'll continue to spam chat. We won't spam chat. We'll continue to ask in chat if anyone wants to join our group. If we had a look, actually, level 35, yeah, they're a bit high. If they're all elites. These guys are 47 and 60. Ideally, I don't really like doing quests with people that massively outlevel me. I think it's much more exciting to quest with people that are a similar level. Just so nothing's too much of a face roll or whatever the term is that people use. Right, let's AoE some of these guys down. Let's bring them all in together. God, look at this. This is some real smoothness we've got going now. And we'll also buff up while we're running. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Alright. So these spiders are like the Swamp of Sorrows ones. Fortunately, they do seem to love a good old net. Alright, let's get some mana back, and then I think an arcane explosion is called for here. Actually, Cone of Cold, there we are. And that was a perfect crit, because this one had a little bit more health as well. So that worked out very nicely. Let's get a nice food buff. Get a seasoned wolf kebab down your throat, Gennal. Right. And actually, have some mage juice as well. I forgot you're a bit thirsty from all that activity. Me too, by the looks of it. Okay, another AoE pull coming up. Let's see if we can find a third one. There we are. In fact, we could probably get a fourth. Yeah, let's do this. There we are. This guy is very slow indeed. Alright, we have to wait for them all to come together. There we are. Blink and blink. There we go. Okay, I always feel nice and safe once you've got that first blizzard raining down on them. But until then, I'm always a bit on edge. What I would love is to have a 100% speed mount. So if we had that, there'd be nothing to worry about anymore. We could just gather them up, run them all out in a circle. We could really act like some sort of cowboy. And in fact, if we did that, if we were to act like some sort of cowboy rounding up our bison, then I would get Gennal one of those hats that Sergeant Krastor has inside Stromgarde. We would do that. We'd get one of those cowboy hats. So we'd go and ask him where he got his from. I don't know if he'd tell us though. I bet you he's one of these guys that's like, oh, you know, wife got it for me. So I don't think he'd even tell Gennal where he got it from. Right, so let's put a few more. There's no spider around here I can see. Oh, there's some down there. Let's take a bird as well. Aha, a plains creeper behind this little hillock. I think that's enough. Oh my gosh. Let's try one more. Because one is turned around anyway. Fine. Oh my gosh, too many cowards. I actually think that AoE leveling, which I'm not doing, I'm just casting AoE spells, is probably the most relaxing way to adventure. Or maybe not even relaxing, I don't think that's the right word, but it's at least the most satisfying. Yeah, I've got no doubts about that. Well, good question, Goody. It's getting there. I feel like I am missing a trick somewhere because my gathering of mobs is what seems to let me down quite a bit. So what I'm doing at the moment is I sort of run into them and I cast like a rank 1 frostbolt and try to gather them all together. And then when they're together, I blizzard them. But by that point, I've already normally taken a bit of damage. But after that, I'm okay. It's just gathering them up together that I find to be the place that I take a bit of damage during that process. I absolutely love it though. I'm amazed that I've never ever leveled like this in all of my years of wowing. All right, let's take 3 of these. So in this case, it won't be too bad. So if you look at this, I'll cast like a frostbolt on each of these, rank 1, and eventually they'll come together. So I'll run towards this one and so it'll take a bit longer. So I try to sort of coax them into the same spots. Oh, okay, that's annoying. So I slow this guy down. I'm going to blink now just to get away, and then blizzard there. Okay, that was a bit messier just because we didn't manage to gather them all up together. Okay, I'm going to put a blizzard down, blink. Yeah, a little bit messier that time, but in general, it's just the gathering them up that I need to master. And I feel like if I got a nice fast mount, it'd be a bit better. Yeah, in fact, if I had a nice mount, I think that problem would be over or no longer. Hello, Frooster. Hello. I remember back in the day, I used to be super excited by the idea of dual wielding melee weapons. I always thought melee weapons were so much cooler when I was young than spellcasting, just because it looks cool to have a weapon. And then I was like, oh my god, you can dual wield. That's like double as cool. And I still feel that to a degree, but I tell you what though, Gennal's robes are actually cool. Like I like this look. I think she's, for a classic era character, I think she's got a good look going, especially with that mask. Ah, yeah, that is true. I actually should get. Oh, Frost Shield. Right, Frost Shield. Which one is that? I can't remember what that is. I've seen it as a spell to buy, but much later on. Let's take this bird as well. N, no, this. Well, this is a weird one actually, N, because this is Turtle WoW, and you can have both hardcore characters and non-hardcore characters on this realm, but you select whether or not you want to be hardcore when you first meet your character. You go to this NPC and you chat to them and you say, yes, I want to be mortal. And then you can't change your decision after that. But my character is not hardcore, and the server is not, by definition, hardcore. But you can have hardcore characters on it. Okay, let us go and hand that quest in. Right. Okay, and then this guy here. So this is the first, I'm sure there are other ones, but first friendly harvest golem I can remember coming across. that didn't instantly want to kill us. We're still having some westfall flashbacks. This guy looks a bit shorter as well. How tall is he compared to Gennal? About the same height. I mean, the hat makes him look a bit taller. It's like someone that has a quiff. Quiff always makes them look a little bit taller. I guess this guy's doing the same thing but with a hat. Oh, ice barrier. Okay, let's have a look. Instantly shields you, absorbing. Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, I like that a lot. Right, so yeah, that's different because this mana shield, for example, is just melee that blocks, and also drains mana, which is very annoying. And spells can't be interrupted. I love that. Oswald, we protected your crops. Oh, well, my, you really outdone yourself, Ross. Perhaps now we can finally get a plentiful harvest in for the season. Here, take this as a token of my thanks. It's a spare. Okay. It sort of takes away from the present a little bit, the reward a little bit, when you tell us right at the end that actually you didn't need it anyway. It's a spare. It's a bit like giving someone a present, saying, "Here you go. Yeah, it's your birthday. Here you are. We didn't actually want it. We got it as a present from someone else, but you can have it." Thank you for that. Let's have a look to see what it. Okay, right. It actually they just gave us a pitchfork. How could they think that we'd want that? I tell you. Goodness me. What a present. I mean, clearly, Gennal doesn't use her hands for anything. All she does is, like, the maximum amount of sort of hand effort work she does is she waves a wand about. No, that's a lie. She does make a lot of seasoned wolf kebabs. She does enjoy cooking a bit. But apart from that, I don't know why they would think that she would actually do some hard labor. Okay, so that one's done. We just need now to find a group for these elite quests. So, another call out into Arathi Highlands chat. Hello, all. Anyone for the Stromguard elite quests? And once again, do remember, Gennal loves to put a smiley face at the end because she finds that people warm to her much more quickly whenever she puts a colon and closed brackets at the end. N. You've always got an extra pitchfork on you. Does it come in handy? Has there been many times before? Have there been many times before where you've been grateful that you've had that pitchfork on you? Okay, and while we wait for someone to reply to us, I just want to have a quick look around. We have already, but I feel like I've already just seen something. Hazel Luppel, who we haven't actually met before, who's an alchemy supplyist. Don't be scared. Come. I sell all sorts of magical supplies and stuff. Perhaps you're looking for what I'm selling. What are you selling? Well, we actually have 35 mana potions already, but I don't think it would harm us just to buy one more for good measure. So, Hazel will take one of those mana potions. Oh, this is pretty cool. Recipe Frost Oil. When applied to a melee weapon, it gives a 10% chance of casting Frostbolt at the opponent when it hits. Oh, I like that a lot. If I was an alchemist and a melee user, a melee class, then I'd be all over that. Anything in this house? Nope, nothing in that house. That's true. You are school age. Bringing a pitchfork to school. That's something new. I never used to do that. Maybe I missed a trick. Okay. Oh my goodness. I saw this last time, but I'm still. Gennal is still sickened and disgusted. that these boulder fists would do this, because it's clearly them to be able to put something like this at that height. Oh, goodness me. She is so saddened that all she can see before her now is red. All she sees is red. Oh my gosh, she's going for it. She didn't get the first hit. She tried to surprise the brute. It didn't work. Okay, she's regretting instantly her decision to attack that boulder fist mauler. Big axe man, help! Bonsky. He doesn't want to. Let's pull them towards these Stromguard defenders. Help us! Oh my god, they're not helping. This is terrible. This is really bad. Let's slow it down again. Okay, we hit. That's something. Man, let's get a healing potion. Let's also slow it down again. Did it hit? It did hit. Good. Why is no one helping us? Okay, we're going to actually just try this because we're getting it down somewhat. Alright. We need silence now because she's going for this full throttle. She needs mana, so let's do that. We'll try and get him. Okay, Frostbolt. That's it, Gennal, you're doing it. Hearts in the chat. Slow him down. Crossing over again. I think we're going to manage this, but I'm very disappointed, and Gennal is very disappointed that the people of Stromguard aren't helping her. She is... Well, I'll tell you what she's thinking in a second. After she annihilates this brute. In Gennal's heart, she feels like she has done a great thing for the deceased. Those corpses that she saw mutilated on those spikes. Gennal feels like she's got them the revenge, the justice that they deserve, / spit on the Boulder Fist Mauler. There we go. But she is disappointed in the people of Stromguard, and it's making her less willing now to continue with the quests that they would like her to do. Let's see if there's any alliance around though. If there are any alliance, we might group up with them. If there aren't, then we're going to have to give it a double thought, a think again as to whether or not we want to help these people when they wouldn't help us. Maybe they're not interested in the ogres. Maybe they're more interested. I see a lot of troll hunters around. Yeah, she did well. Gennal did well in that encounter. She wasn't confident, to be honest, especially after that first hit when she didn't manage to get the... She didn't have a preemptive strike like she planned to on that ogre. Right, I don't know if we can manage this, so let's just have a wander up here. There seem to be some corpses. Ah, no, they're alliance corpses. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, entering combat, that's bad. A stealthy boy. Ah. I think, though, if we hang out around here... Aha, here's a friend. Oh, a 46 gnome hunter. I said previously I didn't really want to group up with anyone far outside our level or exceeding our level. But... Oh my gosh. We are low health. I didn't even realise. And we're going to have to get some mana as well, aren't we? Oh my god, they're doing a lot of damage. Okay, rank 1, I keep running. The Stromguard militia will not help us. That I'm certain. Oh my goodness. Gennal, that was out of range. Let's go. Oh, the wheelbarrow. Let's get some mana back. Let's meditate on our demolition of that ogre. Gain strength from that thought. What? Oh my god. I felt the pain there. You may have seen that in my movements, but whenever Gennal dies, I feel that physically. Not as much as her, I don't literally die, but I feel it somewhat too. Okay, I think we have to run away from this place, and we're going to go quest somewhere else for a while. We're not getting much luck trying to find friends to help us here, so instead, we are going to head to... Let's think. I think we should head back to Swamp of Sorrows. Oh, actually, no, let's not do that. I was going to say go to Alterac Valley. Alterac. Is it Alterac? Yeah, the Ruins of Alterac, but they're both elite quests too, so there's no point doing that if we can't do these Stromgarde ones. So we're going to head to the Swamp of Sorrows. And we will finish off a couple of these quests that are now yellow for us. And it won't take that long because we can just half back to Stormwind. And then onwards from there we can fly to Darkshire and run to the Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah, no, when Gennal feels pain and she feels loss, you know, I do somewhat feel that as well. I wouldn't go as far as to say a piece of my soul has been lost, but you know, sometimes I get deep into the roleplay, and when that happens, the emotions start rising. Okay, yeah, we are decided. We are going to head to Stormwind and then to the Swamp of Sorrows. And hopefully these Stromgarde individuals will have had time to reflect on whose side they're truly on. The High Elves, who have helped them, or the Boulder Fist, or the humans who have taken over this keep. What kind of humans are they? I just need to make sure I know. They're not Defias again, are they? They can't be, can they? I need to find this out now. We actually have two friends here who could help us. Want to group? Syndicate. That's who they are. If he says no or doesn't invite me, then we're leaving. Actually, let's just leave because I don't want to stick around here for now. Ah, hardcore. I see. Okay, no problem. Let's go. So I don't like the rain either. It's a bit too rainy. A bit too wet. Quite a full bag as well right now. We need to make sure we deal with that. Oh, and so Gennal is still stuck somewhere in the twisting nether. Hopefully she'll phase into existence soon. Her shadow is still there. I mean, the shadow seems to suggest that there's a light constantly right above her. I don't know if that's the case, but anyway, interesting shadow. And obviously, we need to make sure that we put our new gems that we've collected across the world into the bank. Gennal was collecting the gems. She loves gems, so we make sure that we put every single one we get into our safety deposit box. I think that's all we have. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Nothing else to hand in here. In that case, we are going to fly to Darkshire. I don't think that there's a flight path in the Swamp of Sorrows at all. I know that there's one in Netherguard Keep, just to the south, in the Blasted Lands, but I think that it's quicker to go to Darkshire. So let's do that. Something else while we're flying is that those of you that have been around for a little bit of time, we've only been sort of back to YouTubing, or I guess starting this sort of YouTube journey. Only started about just under 5 months ago. And we've only been live streaming regularly for 2 and a bit weeks, which I can't believe I didn't start that earlier, because I love it. I really do. But when I think about 3 months ago, when I started getting a bit more serious about the YouTube stuff, I realized that the quality of the gameplay and everything else wasn't quite up to scratch, and so I invested in upgrading the computer. It's just a mediocre setup. It's nothing amazing, but I bought some new pieces. Didn't spend a tremendous amount, but the one piece I didn't upgrade was, a really critical part, to be honest, the graphics card. And so that's why I often have to play this game at pretty limited settings. But it's okay, it runs. Sometimes though, I do find that the live streaming is a little bit less good quality than the recording, which is natural. I mean, you have to limit the bitrate to a certain level, and that's dependent on stuff that I don't understand because I'm not that smart. But I think one of them is your graphics card. So, good news, I've upgraded. I bought a new graphics card. Once again, it's mediocre. I'm not investing in huge amounts. But it's an improvement on what I have. And so I'm very excited to see how that goes. So I'm hoping that I can actually run this game, how old is it? It's like 19-year-old game, 20-year-old game almost, at a better graphic setting, and I can stream at a higher bit rate as well. So that's exciting for me. Now, I'm thinking what I should have done just then is I should have sold some things in town. But that's okay, because we can actually sell things. No, that's not an issue at all. Of course, we can sell things at Sorrowguard Keep, so we'll do that instead. One thing Gennal has to keep an eye out, though, is going from Darkshire, Duskwood, to Swamp of Sorrows is quite a scary task. I mean, first of all, there are just corpses littered in trees. I mean, that's awful. There's a skeleton down here as well. There's a sign that literally says, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here, and turn back." I mean, that's scary in and of itself. And then you turn to the right and you see these things that the locals have named Sky Shadow. I mean, if that doesn't cause you to pee your pants, then I don't know what will. But Gennal is made of sterner stuff. She pretends they're not there, and she just tunnel visions to where she is intending to go. So she just stays on the beaten track. She doesn't wander off it at all. And then she realizes, oh my gosh, I'm over this extremely precarious ravine. It could collapse at any time. But really what's carrying her now is what's literally carrying her, Tommy the Turtle. Tommy has no fear, because he actually can't see these because his head is constantly a little bit down near the ground, so he doesn't mind. He can't really turn his head very well because the shell's in the way, so he can't see the sky shadows. And he also knows he can swim, so he doesn't mind if the bridge does collapse. He'll just swim. It's fine. So Tommy is what's getting Gennal through right now. We're almost there. The other thing, though, is that these sky shadows are still level skull. I'm going to keep, every time we go past them, I'm going to keep clicking on them, just in case we can eventually see what level they are. So whenever we go up a level, we'll click on it again, see if we've got to the appropriate level to be able to discern what level they truly are. But not yet. Ah, look at this beautiful place. It's not at all dreary. It's not at all dark and... Oh my god, there's a horde. Oh my god, it's level 42. He is oh my god. Get sheep ready. Phew. If that was a hunter, they would have attacked Gennal straight away. Hunters seem to have a thing for Gennal. But it's a warlock, and so we got off lightly there. Right, so we'll head up here first. Favorite looking zone? That's a good question. I would probably say that... So first, what I'd say is going to be a zone from Burning Crusade. Because I'm biased towards Burning Crusade quite a lot. And I might say either Nagrand or... I would say Nagrand. If I had more time to think about it, then I could do it per expansion. But for now, out of everything, I would say Nagrand. But I totally realise I am very biased towards Burning Crusade. Right, Watch Paladin Janathos. We went and handed in the book from your mentor to the Archbishop in the Cathedral in Stormwind.
Have you come to say a prayer?
Have you spoken with Benedictus? We have. So, then it is done. The Archbishop has always been a friend of mine. His convictions and word in the light has always been true. This scroll will continue to guide our actions here and keep us safe within Sorrowguard.
Walk softly. Danger lurks.
What about yours, Goody? And everyone else as well? What are your favourite zones? I'm sure if you mention other ones, then I'm likely to sort of jog my memory a little bit.
We will keep our watch.
Oh, a new quest, the Orb of Calidus. What else would you like us to do? I would ask one last thing of you. My mentor came from Lordaeron, a kingdom far to the north that is now desecrated and torn beyond imagining. It is filled with the undead that roam freely upon the broken landscape. Within this land is an order known as the Scarlet Crusade, remnants of an old paladin order. They are fanatical and heartless to the core. It is from them I require something. Within the Scarlet Monastery in northern Tirisful Glades is a mighty cathedral. It was built well before these zealots' time, and it is there my mentor studied the light. I would ask that you bring to me the Orb of Calidus, a stone infused with the power of the light. Ever since my mentor departed from Lordaeron, those holy brigands have kept it to themselves. Enter the cathedral and bring it to me. The light should be wielded by the true of heart, not the black of soul. That's very cool. Okay, I had no idea about the history of the Scarlet Cathedral, Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. Well, just the Scarlet Monastery. Apparently, it was an order. Let's have a look here. The land, a mighty cathedral, but well before the Zealots' time, and paladins studied the light there. Well, people studied the light there. That's very cool. Yeah, I just realised that's sort of a hole in my knowledge of things about the Scarlet Crusade and where they came from. Yeah, I had no idea that they were they are a fanatical group of paladins and all the rest. But that previously the Scarlet Monastery and Cathedral, those areas were a place to study the light. Turtle WoW devs, you've done well. Oh, Yeah, Grizzly Hills, of course, especially with the music. Jan, this is a private server known as Turtle WoW, and it is classic, but with it's like classic plus, let's say. It's had a lot of patches added to it to change the place, to add new areas to the map, new quests. For example, I am a High Elf, or Gennal is a High Elf Mage, and High Elves are a new race, and they're on the Alliance side. And where I am right now is Swamp of Sorrows, and this is a brand new area here, Sorrowguard Keep. So it is classic, but it's had a lot more done to it, and it's very popular. It has many players playing concurrently rather. So right now, let's see how many we have online. Actually, not as many as usual, just under 5k. But you know, it's normally around its maximum. I think its maximum is 12,000, maybe it's 11,000, and it regularly hits full capacity. All right, it's around here. So we want to just make sure we're going in the right direction quickly. So we are going to complete this Sand Charm quest. So we previously did attempt to do this in the Misty Valley, and that was to find the Sand Charm for the Harborage Forgotten Ones. They are the Draenei, and they want this charm to be found. And it says here that the charm is a powerful item that was lost in one of their trips, and the Draenei said that it was in a small chest, but I couldn't find the small chest even after looking all around this place. So I think that one of these swamp walkers has it on them. Maybe they've consumed the chest. Although I can't be certain. So we're going to try that. Let's buff up. Put some of these on. We need to be a little bit careful as well, though, because these are 2 levels higher than us. Oh, really? They were 13k earlier. Wow. Okay. And I saw some notification as well that they should be rolling out the East Asian servers somewhat soon. Let's make some more mage juice too. Okay. Right, let's start this off. We have a talent point to spend as well. I've totally forgot about that point. We were putting it... I couldn't really think what I wanted to do. And so I think I put a previous point just into piercing ice. So I think we'll just do the same again. Can I do that now in combat? I can. Good. So it's just a straight damage increase. Another 2%, I think, for our frost spells. Goodness me. Wow, the way he attacks as well, it is pretty brutal. I feel like fire would be the way to go on these mobs as well. Just in case, though, that this quest item is an actual chest, a physical chest somewhere, we'll keep an eye out. They tend to put, so far in the Swamp of Sorrows at least, they put a few items near logs, so we need to keep an eye out. And if anyone knows actually as well for this quest where we should be looking, that, you know, I don't mind a hint. Lovely twirl there, Gennal. Oh, double crit, fantastic. Okay, let's try pulling a few of these. It's level 38, level 39. Oh, there is a Horde there. 37, 38 Troll Hunter. Gosh. That could be a worthy opponent. Hunters, though, goodness. That'll take a bit of skill on Gennal's part. Trying to stay at just the perfect distance so they can't So we can freeze them, and then just the perfect distance so they can't can't pull their bow back. I think I don't know if Gennal's had enough practice against hunters yet. Gosh, I should have got a bit more distance, shouldn't I? They have a nice little rejuvenate spell there as well, don't they? Okay, burn. No chest. Let's just keep hovering our mouse over every spot. I know there's a little cave at the end over here. And I did lure out there's a big boss in there. Oh, look at that. No way, a sunken chest. Oh, fantastic. Okay. I'm actually very surprisingly happy that we just found that, or located it. Because I ran around this area last time, and I assumed, or presumed, because I couldn't find the chest, that it must have been on one of these mobs. But it's actually in the water just there. So that is good news. All right, let's kill... Oh my gosh, it's a level 41 Tangled Horror. Right, this is going to be a test, but I think Gennal's up for it. Let's do this. Let's kill this guy, the Defender of the Swamp. Oh gosh, he resisted instantly. 412 crit though, massive. Okay, Frost, nope. Bad. Okay, rank 1. Full power. Nice. Oh, Gennal. Look at that. Counterspell. Oh, nice. Rank 1. Burn. Full power Frostbolt. Oh, resisted. Noob. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Stupefy. Gennal knows all the spells. Okay, so I hope that this is the right sunken chest. Let's open it. The Sand Charm. It hums with energy. Mook Dingo. We're not going... He seems to be AFK. We're not going to be a poor sport and take them while they're AFK. That's not fair. We wouldn't like that done to ourselves. So we'll leave them be. Another friend with a very fast turtle. And that reminds me, actually, 37, 3 more levels. And maybe we can get a fast turtle as well. So we can get our 60% riding skill. Imagine all the activities we can get done with a 60% riding skill. All the activities. Oh no. Blink. There we go. And we are here at the harbourage. I hope they're excited to see us because we have their Sand Charm. I noticed though that we're still in combat, so leaving combat, perfect timing. Sand Clar, we got the charm for you. The Sand of the Charm must be recovered, outsider. Be quick. It means a lot to me, outsider. The Sand were once a large tribe in the Outlands. Sadly, I am the only one that remains. Let me prepare the communication with the lost one. Another quest. Akzador is a rift seeker who led us to this world. He was one of the few of our kind that knew the magic of our ancient ancestors. He was skilled enough to bring our entire tribe here, and that at the Fallow Sanctuary with the help of the other lesser rift seekers. A few weeks ago, he attempted to return to the old world in search of more exiles to bring to the harbourage. I suspect something went terribly wrong. I could not detect his presence upon our old world with the Sand of Charm. You see, the magic he is using is old and somewhat unstable. We barely understand its usage, and only the bright minds like Zaak Zador can manipulate it enough to travel. I need you to gather materials in order to cast a spell to find his location and see perhaps where it is he has gone. Local materials should work just fine. Gather 6 Tangled Essence from the Tangled Horrors to the east, and a Marsh Murloc Eye from the Murlocs at the coast. This sounds like a high-level quest. Oh, apparently it's not too bad. Only yellow. Okay, well, we can attempt that then. We will attempt that. So it's Tangled Essence. So Tangled Essence from the Tangled Horrors to the east. I thought for some reason those were the Tangled guys that we saw in the Misty Valley, but I must be wrong. But I think they're probably going to be quite far east, because the Murlocs are right on the coast. I've really enjoyed the Swamp of Sorrows, actually. I only had, I suppose, not fully formed, but 4 memories of the Swamp of Sorrows from Classic. But they've done a fantastic job to bring it to life and make it feel like a real frontier zone in for the Alliance in Turtle WoW. So this is the Lost Supplies quest. We've already done this one. But can we do it again? There's no way we can do it again. That's... maybe there's more than one lost supply. That makes sense. Okay, so in lore, we have done this quest before, but it makes no sense that we couldn't find more lost supplies. So we came across some more lost supplies, and we will bring that to Nethergard. I actually like that. That makes it seem to me more like more realistic, I suppose. Yeah, if you came across lost supplies, you wouldn't just say, "Oh well, okay, I turned one in. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We've done a good job." No, you'd get all of the lost supplies you find. I like that. I remember seeing another one in the camp over here. I left it because I assumed you couldn't get it twice. Right, let's keep on track. We need the Tangled Horrors. There we go, a Tangled Horror. Level 41. Goodness me. Ah, this is going to be a menace because there are mobs all over the place as well. I sort of feel like we might need to clear an area first, just to make it easier on Gennal. Should we do that? Yeah, let's clear some around here and then see. I mean, 41 is very high. Let's do it. Okay, let's take these crocolisks. There's one behind us as well. Once we've got all of these gathered up, we will... Okay, let's AoE these. And then we'll attempt one of these. If it's too much, too difficult, we will live to fight them another day. Uh-oh, this one got free. Oh, that's no good. Oh. We got a friend. We've got a druid friend. Nice. Oh, silly shield. I should try to think of a hotkey to get rid of that when we don't need it. I think that's probably what a pro player would do. They'd have something to dispel their mana shield when it's not necessary anymore. Let's try playing this one again. Again, for the first time, in fact. Okay. Oh, okay, we're actually doing alright. I think it either Gennal's hitting very hard or it doesn't have as much health as I reckoned. Oh, double resist. Counterspell. We hit. Good. Who's evil explode? I think I missed something, or I'm just being silly. Who are we talking about? And I just noticed we definitely didn't get a drop from a tangled essence, but it was an easier kill than I thought. So I think we can continue killing these now, especially as we've cleared some area. Was I talking about the Kirin tool? I can't remember, but was I talking about the Kirin tool? Oh, I think I understand what's going on. I think Explode is far behind where we are in the stream. Okay. I think we may have to come back to this quest. It's much easier than I reckon it would be, but I'm very wary of not just other mobs respawning, but also Horde. We've had a lot of bad experiences with Hordes in this area because we're super close to Stonard. And if you look just over here, oh my god, this is disgusting, to be honest. Level 43, 44 elites. Green Scalebanes. Oh god. It's just a nasty area to be in. Okay. Oh my god. Just over our right shoulder, there are these terrifying beasts. Alright, that did not hit. Nor did that. Alright, let's blink away and reset a little bit. Counterspell. I need to remember what counterspell is on my mouse. I keep pressing Shift T as that is the it's Tangled Essence, fantastic. That's its designation, but I'd love to be using the hotkeys I set on the mouse. Let's just press a few. Ah, okay, so it's this one here, which is the next one below my mouse wheel. Got it. Okay. Oh, the Sawtooth Crocolisk is back. What else have we got in our bags? We have such full bags. Would the pitchfork come in handy? I don't think it ever would come in handy here. Alright, let's do a bit more AoE. Okay, let's clear an area. All three of these. Okay, kind of cold. Frost Nova. Blink a bit. There we are. Nice. Oh, I think I totally missed this one. No, I didn't. I got them all. That's fine. I was almost extremely worried for a second there that I missed the third Crocolisk. That's the thing about AoE, is that if you miss one of them, it totally messes up. Wow, I feel like I find it hard to recover after that. But that may be a feature of my noobiness. Okay, got it. Right, let's drink up again. Mage juice. Very thirsty work. I think we realised prior to this last episode with Gennal, we came up with an in-law reason as to why we drink. Why is it that when you cast spells to get your mana back, you have to drink? I think the in-law reason is this. Is that when you exercise, camera's here, when you exercise, you need to rehydrate. It's thirsty work. You can't lift as much, you can't run as far if you're dehydrated. It's the exact same with casting spells. It dehydrates you. So we're getting mana back, sure, but really we're just hydrating ourselves, and we use hydration. We use our body's hydration to cast these spells. Literally a frost spell. I've made this up off the top of my head right now. But a frost spell, we're using our own molecular water. We're drawing upon that to cast our spells. That's what's going on. Alright, let's... I always forget as well that I have Arcane Explosion here, which could be used. This guy's tough though. He seemed to have just a sliver of health left, and yet took an inordinate amount of time to take him down. You could do it. Oh my god. It's the big bad boss and his two cronies right there. Should we take them out? Let's take them out. Because previously I had to have some help to take out Noburu the Cudgel. But I'm thinking that Gennal actually has the ability to do it herself now. Look at this. I mean, it's all good practice, murdering for no good reason. Great practice for, I don't know, her future career perhaps as a prison inmate for murder. Oh gosh, they're all running away. Let's try to gather them up again. There we go. Get some mana back. They have to stand and stare at Gennal as she has this sort of whirlwind revolving about herself. I wonder what they're thinking. I mean, clearly nothing anymore. They're dead. God, I wish I could respond to explode in past. It's hard to... I guess eventually he'll get to this part of the video and he'll realise I wanted to respond to your explode. I actually did, but I couldn't. I can't travel back in time, I'm afraid. I want some more silk as well, so let's pick up this silk cloth. Right. Okay, we're going to kill this last Tangled Horror, and I think at that point we're going to call it a day for now. Because, and I'll tell you for why. Oh my god, double resist, that's awful. I will tell you for why. It's because my plan is that I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow morning. Now I need to remember to specify that's GMT, so that's in 8 hours or so. 8 hours, 9 hours. So I am planning to do that. Let's just frost this guy down. Didn't work. Let's blink away. And we will rank 1 attempt to slow him again with something else. Use a potion. Gonna use all of our instant casts that we can. Rank 1 again. That hit, good. Slow him down. Oh, Gennal, that's a crit on you. I'm sorry to see that. There's a Crocolisk just there. Blink away. Instant cast again. Goodness. Oh, he's doing something. Ah, he got it off. That's annoying. Okay, we have to try rank 1 again. God, the kiting here is next level. I totally missed. Crocolisk. Oh, God. Shield. Oh, wait, I think this is the end of us. This is the end. What happened? I have no idea what happened, but we survived. Gennal, he saw your shield and he got scared. What the hell happened there? I don't know what happened, but that is an encounter for the record books. And by record books, I mean for YouTube. I'm going to have to clip that one. I've never seen that happen before, but that was... I gave up. My hands were in my face. I was ready to give in, but Gennal wasn't. Gennal was like, "Be gone," and he began. That's not the past, is it? Anyway, I've never seen anything like that. So well done, Gennal. You survived. Health is wealth. What a great comment. Fantastic. And I think that's a good place to stop it for now. So as I say, I want to be on tomorrow. And with that in mind, I think it's good for me to get to bed, have some rest now, and then be back on in 9 hours time, 8 hours time. So thanks very much for joining me today. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm getting there with Gennal. We're almost at mount level, almost at 60% riding speed level. So I hope to see some of you tomorrow, and yeah, I've had a blast. All right, see you all later.